It's me, Robert Wilson IV, comic creator, writer, artist, poster maker, shirt maker, all kinds of things maker. How are you guys doing? So, today we're mostly going to be talking about Anime Expo. I've had a lot going on, both work and personally. I got a haircut. I cut my hair like much shorter, which feels nice, a little summer cut. Went to Florida SuperCon in Miami, got my wallet and phone stolen on the beach, and, I let her dream house, doing lots of stuff, doing all kinds of stuff. Kids started school again, but I've also been putting a lot of time and effort into OCAF, the Oklahoma Comic Arts Festival, which I am the director of. Surprise, I'm a director now. A director of comic arts festivals. So we'll talk a bit about OCAF and then let's go to Anime Expo. Why not? Let's do it. Let's just go to LA, go to Anime Expo, spend way too much money, but also make kind of a lot of money. Enough to make it worth it. Anime Expo was great, okay? It was great. Would I do it again? Yes. Would I do it differently? Yeah, definitely. But, anime shows, it's anime conventions and comic conventions, it's a different breed, a different mentality. But one I think I can vibe with, The kids are at these anime shows, and they're hungry. They hungry for stories and art. They're hungry for the wisdom. For the wisdom of wizened creators. I'm like Gandalf. I'm Gandalf of making stuff. So now, let's go to Anime Expo. Why not? Why not just hard cut to that? Who cares? I don't care. Hello. I'm here in LAX on my way to Anime Expo. And I've got about another hour until my buddy Ferdy gets here. I'm waiting for Ferdy so we can ride to the convention center together, do a little setup, head over to the hotel, do all the regular stuff. And I'm absolutely annihilating this 7-Eleven chicken salad sandwich. And it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of is hitting the spot for me. It's kind of hitting the spot for me. 22 grams of protein, 340 calories. That's not the ratio you want if you're trying to be a bodybuilder, right? You kind of want to hit that 1 gram of protein per 10 calories type of thing. And it's not quite there. But for getting up at 4 in the morning and flying to Phoenix, Arizona, then flying to Los Angeles, California for Anime Expo, it works. It's not bad. All right, check in a bit. What day is today? I don't even know. It's Ferdy, what day is today? Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I am here in my hotel room in LA for Anime Expo, and we got in earlier today and did most of the setup for the show, and then kind of wandered around this little chunk of LA. Ferdy, what was the place we went to? Little Tokyo. Man, what a place. Perfect little place for specifically me to wander around. I got a little Gundam. I'll show you later. Or not. I don't even remember what else. Oh, I got some art books that I am planning on referencing on the video game I'm working on. But yeah, I just had a nice little chill evening with Ferdy, wandering around Little Tokyo, getting some sushi, buying some drinks for the con, and it just occurred to me that I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, Central Time, which is actually 2 a.m. West Coast time, and I'm so tired. I'm exhausted, frankly. I also went to pick up the big posters that I shipped myself and the T-shirts that I shipped myself, and they don't appear to be here, which is disconcerting. We're gonna check back tomorrow morning. She said that the lady at the front desk said that I need to talk to a specific person who will not be here until 7 in the morning. So that's when I will go and hopefully find my shirts and my posters and not be panicked and brutally disappointed. Honestly, I'm so tired. I'm so tired right now that I am not stressed out about not having half of my merchandise for this very big, very expensive show. Y'all would not believe how much this show costs to do. A lot. Costs a lot. I don't know what else I was going to say. Whatever. Good night. Hello. So here we are. It's Thursday, day one. The show opened about an hour ago, and it's been steady but not crazy yet. Apparently there was a fire. One of the air conditioning units started spewing smoke all over the South Hall, which Artist Alley is in the South Hall, but kind of in the basement of the South Hall. So it's not smoky here, but we did have to wait outside in line for quite some time to get in. And then almost as soon as they let us in, they let attendees in. So kind of a crazy start to the day. But we did have, Ferdy and I did have a wonderful breakfast. I had a breakfast burrito that was like, I was expecting like a step or two up from a 7-Eleven breakfast burrito. But this thing, it rocked me. This breakfast burrito ruled. Had a little cream-filled mochi donut. The whole thing was amazing. It was a great breakfast. It turns out LA is a good city for food. So yeah, I will update later. So, day one is over. Ferdy's camera shy. It's a pretty good day, you know? I feel like, was it like a New York Comic Con or a Dragon Con day? Maybe not quite. But it was strong. It was a strong day. So I'm feeling optimistic. It's definitely a very expensive show to be at. But, you know, for a Thursday, I've got no complaints. So I'm very curious and excited about the weekend. Our hotel situation kind of sucks. We're kind of a lot further away than I'd like to be, which means a lot of Ubering and things like that, which sucks. You know, whatever. It's an extra expense, and I just would rather not deal with it. I'd rather be close by, but we're not. This is the situation we've got. So tomorrow we should have our Cowboy Bebop prints, the T-shirts. And hopefully, you know, it's Friday, so hopefully an even better day. But even if we just kind of hit the same numbers tomorrow and Sunday, I think we'll be just fine. So gonna go out to dinner with a friend and then probably sleep because we have to get up at like 6 because we have to be here at 8:30 because the show opens at 9, which is too early, but that's where we're at. Okay, I love you. Good night. Good night, Ferdy.
Good night. Peace out.
Ooh, I've got face tracking enabled. Maybe I should turn it off. That's a bit much. Camera moving around, following my face. I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, it's Friday. Day 2. Show's open. Doing alright, feeling good. Had a cream-filled green tea donut from Dolce. It was amazing. Just got the exact same breakfast burrito as I did yesterday. So did Ferdy. These breakfast burritos are so good. I would do that breakfast burrito I would do it 3 or 4 days a week. That's how good it is. Yeah, so feeling alright. Feeling a little tired. I think I'm going to try to walk around the show a bit today, see what I can see, do a little market research for a couple things. Market research for God Hand, market research for the Dark Matter, market research for booth setup and all that kind of stuff. It's a good show for that. I feel like the caliber of artists is generally quite high, and just the presentation and everything is extremely high, which is neat. It's fun. I like to think about that stuff. Yeah. So hopefully we have a day that is at least as good as yesterday. I would love for it to be a little better even. Could do it a little better. That'd be great. That'd be great. Just clip the heck out of that. All right. Talk to you soon.
Basically has a silk stencil, and we test that stencil out on basically like a scrap piece of paper before doing the print run.
Hey, so it's Saturday. Today's been actually fairly crazy. I would say, has it been like my best day ever at a show? No, I don't think so. But it has been really, really good. It has been like New York Comic Con good or Dragon Con good, that type of thing. So, I don't know. It's exciting. I'm very curious to see how this show turns out. No matter what, my revenue I think is going to be pretty strong, but my costs are also pretty strong, if you know what I mean. Very expensive to do, very expensive table. Table was over $700. And the hotel is going to be something like $1,500, and I'm paying for my food and Ferdy's food, and that's going to be several $100s. And then the hotel, which I already talked to you about. We already talked about the hotel. We don't need to go through it again. The flights. So I'm in this thing for probably $3,000, maybe more. I don't know. So to make it worth it, I really feel like I've got to be able to at least double my money, right? I've got to be able to at least hit 6. I think that's pretty feasible. I don't think I've already done it, but I'm trending in that direction. However, God, that's a lot of money. $3,000 to do a convention. That's bonkers. So, is it worth it though? I think probably, which is a weird thing. There are a few shows, not many, very, very few that are worth actually like investing in like this. And it's a bit of a bummer. It makes me a little less enthused about it, but I don't know. People talk about AX, people talk about San Diego, and people talk about New York Comic Con, and like all 3 of those shows, they're really big shows, and if you're good, you can make really good money. But there's also a lot of competition, and the competition is also really good. So, I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking about right now as I casually walk down the aisle. You can see how in the aisle there are no backdrops. They're not allowed. You're not allowed to have a wall of prints or posters. The staff comes through and makes sure there's nothing behind your chair. The fire marshal comes through. They come through with a pole and make sure that there is no display over 8 feet tall. So lots of interesting rules, and I was pretty annoyed by them at first, but now it's like, okay, having this where you can just waltz in and out, okay, I see the value in that. Once you've actually done that and built your convention setup for that, maybe that's a better way to go. Anyways, I'm going to get back to selling. I'm going to relieve Ferdy, and you know what? I love you. All right, goodbye. Goodbye. All right, so Ferdy and I are here in Little Tokyo. What's the exact place we're at?
Little Akihabara district in Little Tokyo, to be exact.
Yeah, so this was the place that we went on the first day that had Anime Jungle, the Sega pop-up shop. Anime Jungle is cool. It's mostly anime, manga, statues, stuff like that. But the place that really got my enthusiasm was the larger store across the hall, which I think is also just an Anime Jungle. Yeah, it's the same store, just 2 different like rooms.
Kaiju and mech adjacent, a lot of toys, tokusatsu and sentai stuff. So
yeah, it was like probably at least 2/3 model kits, and then a bunch of Sofubi, huge like it's not Sofubi, they're plastic toys, but it's like the
and it's vinyl toys and classic monsters and paraphernalia. A lot of autographs by Go Nagai, Keita Ameniya, creator of monsters from Power Rangers, Mask Rider, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, just like a super cool area, super cool shop, and obviously it's like popping right now on Saturday night. Like right behind us is Cafe Dolce, which is where we've been getting breakfast like pretty much every morning.
Yeah, our breakfast spot in the AX trip. So.
Yeah, and it's like usually it's like us and maybe like one other set of people, but when we got here, 30 minutes ago,
it was popping here.
Yeah, it was like there's like a line out the door. So anyways, we'll check back in tomorrow for the last day of AX, but today was great. Like I said earlier, today's sales were like New York level, Dragon Con level, San Diego level. So I'm feeling super enthusiastic. I'm feeling good about the show. It's like I said, it is expensive as heck to do, but also I don't know if today is any indication. The sales are there. So I'll probably talk to you back on the show floor tomorrow.
Day 3 done.
Yeah, conquered. We did it. So it is Sunday morning. I am pretty tired. Hey, how are y'all? Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, pretty tired, but also feeling good. I find at big shows where I have good sales and don't sit around bored for a long time, even if I'm super tired, I can keep my energy up, you know? The energy killer for me is always just going to be a slow show. If the attendance is light, or you know, if I'm not making sales, if I'm not having conversations with people, I get real bored, and just like it zaps your energy, right? So this show is the opposite of slow. There are a lot of people, and despite it being like pretty exhausting, it's keeping my energy really high. So yeah, I'm feeling good. Had my mandatory breakfast burrito from Dolce this morning, which was of course delicious. And last day. Let's see how it goes. I played the gacha machine up at the Kodansha booth because I wanted that Ghost in the Shell shirt. They had some Ghost in the Shell shirts that had art from the upcoming Science Saru anime, and they had Ghost in the Shell shirts that had art by Masamune Shiro. And y'all know I'm a big Masamune Shiro baby. I'm a Shiro baby. Everybody knows this. Love Ghost in the Shell, love Appleseed, love Dominion. It's all good. It's all good. It's not all good. I mean, those comics are all good. Orion, that's good too. Everything that he has done since then has been softcore pornography, but to each their own, I guess. It's not what I'm in the market for. I wish he would just be a groundbreaking science fiction author and world-class cartoonist. But I guess that's hard work. And you know what? It is hard work, but that's what I want. I want more Appleseed. I want more Tank Police. Give me the good stuff. Daddy wants his manga. I don't know what I'm doing. Just being a weirdo. Hey, Hariel. I like how just having this camera on just completely enables me to be a freak. To be such a weird guy. Talking in metal voice to myself as strangers walk by. This is not my typical behavior while in public, but something about being at a convention and having a microphone and camera in front of me turns me into the most goblinized version of myself. Anyways, time to catch some Pokemon and sell some comics and stuff. Goodbye!
Boom, baby, we have another winner! Woo-woo! Congratulations! Alright.
No, I'm gonna keep them in the poster palette because I think that's where I'm gonna pack them up. Right.
So AX is closing in looks like 2 minutes. Had a good show. Had a really good show. Feel creatively energized. It's always like kind of bittersweet closing a good show. I think one of the things that people don't talk about, especially professional artists, is it's kind of weird just kind of working by yourself all the time and not having feedback from real people. And then it's like all of a sudden, okay, I'm hanging with my buddy Ferdy, I'm hanging with other friends all weekend long, and you have constant conversation about your work, about the life, what it's like to be a professional artist, a working artist. You have kind of this, well, at a good show at least, you have kind of like constant affirmation that like, okay, you are good. What you are doing is cool. People like it. Whereas even online, likes and stuff like that, it's like, it's so ephemeral. It doesn't feel like anything. But at the same time, I would love to see my family and sleep in my own bed. So I'm very tired. How was your AX, Ferdy?
It was a marathon, but it's good to see.
Good afternoon, we are now closed. Artist Alley is closed. Thank you for the great. See you next year. And we are closed. Please proceed to the nearest exit.
This one's for the ages. This one, good times for all.
Yeah, so good show. I will probably do a little wrap-up vlog when I get home, or maybe at the hotel. Who knows? I don't know. I'm so tired. But we'll talk to y'all soon. Yes. So yeah, Anime Expo. It was real neat. It was a great show. It was a wild show. I spent so much money. Would I do it again? Yes, I would. Would I do things differently? Definitely, most certainly. We'll see. I think that with a few things coming up in my life, my work is changing a bit. I'm finishing up Dream House, and I'm going to do a Kickstarter probably next month in September, and so we'll see how that goes. And I feel like that will be an interesting little litmus test to see what I do next, I'm also working on a video game, which is interesting. It's a new thing that I'll talk about sometime later, certainly after OCAF. And then, as you would imagine, OCAF being September, coming up next month, that's a lot of hours are going into that, making sure this thing happens and that everyone has a good time, all the guests and creators, exhibitors, who, FYI, just like this is a random little tangent. Who gets green room access at OCAF? If you're an exhibitor, you get green room access. It's not just celebrities. It's not even just the comics guests, which there are no celebrities. This is just creators. But it's not just the top tier talent, which most conventions and festivals, if you're not a top tier talent, if you're not a celebrity voice actor or what have you, you don't get green room access. What you get is a table. You paid for a table, you get a table, 2 chairs maybe. So I want comic creators to feel appreciated, to feel valued, and so we are doing that. We're appreciating them. We're valuing them. We are providing snacks. It's not that hard, and turns out not that expensive either. So anyways, yeah. What am I talking about? What's going on? Oh yeah, Dragon Con. So yeah, I'm going to Dragon Con in about 2 weeks, and I'll do a video on that, and then probably a couple videos about OCAF, which is where a lot of my mind is at these days. And I'll probably talk about some Dreamhouse stuff as well. I need to gear up for a Kickstarter, which I have never really done solo before, and I'm very nervous about. And I'm kind of nervous about the book and about, everything. But this is it's just where we are. And that's all right. So I love you. Try to stay off the internet as much as you can. Give me a big old hug if you see me.